And today I'm going to reveal the number one cause of high cholesterol and how you can fix it naturally in just 30 days. Over the years, I've dealt with probably thousands of people dealing with cholesterol problems. In fact, back in 1998, the first people I dealt with were my own parents. They needed to do a physical for life insurance, and they both came back with high cholesterol in their blood test. Now, immediately, each of their doctors prescribed my parents individually a statin cholesterol-lowering drug. Two different doctors, two different drugs, both were statins. Now, at that time, I wasn't very knowledgeable, and I thought, well, it's a great idea, right? A drug that can safely lower, cholesterol levels with no negative side effects. I said, sure, why not? Of course, that was about 25 years ago, and we didn't know what we know now. Even though these drugs are one of the top prescribed drugs in the world for many, many years, they do have a lot of negative problems and effects for people. Well, the first year of taking these drugs, both my parents started having various negative side effects. My mom started to have, dry skin, and she started losing her hair. She had joint pain and maybe memory loss, becoming more forgetful, and some other issues she had. And then my dad started having more muscle pain and strength loss. His liver enzymes were elevated, and he actually started having sexual issues, something I didn't really want to hear. Well, I decided to get him off these drugs because obviously it's not going to be a healthy long-term solution when they have all these problems all within the first year. And then I started doing a lot of research to see what the real cause of high cholesterol was. And then hopefully I can find my parents a natural and safe solution or options. Of course, immediately I looked into diet, right? What to eat. We all know how important a healthy diet is for everything in life, and it should be your number one goal. However, both my parents ate fairly well, but I decided to put them on like a zero cholesterol diet. That meant no saturated or animal fats. Well, their cholesterol levels did improve a little bit, but again, not nearly as much as I thought. So I did more research, and I discovered that 80% of your cholesterol is actually made in your liver, not from the foods you eat. In fact, in the old days, our grandparents and great-grandparents ate a ton of fat. Butter and whole milk and whole eggs and so forth. Yet cholesterol levels were fine back then. Of course, typical society diets these days, eating fast foods and processed foods and so forth is always a bad idea. But my parents didn't eat that stuff. Everything was, natural and wholesome. So then I thought maybe it's exercise. However, my dad was in pretty good shape and exercised daily with, some weights and cardio and stuff. So no issues with him. My mom didn't exercise, so I had her walk daily. Again, a few months later, I did another set of blood tests, but no real change or improvement in the cholesterol levels. Of course, keep in mind that if you are very overweight and you don't move much, that's obviously unhealthy in every respect, not just for your cholesterol levels. So you got to make sure you're always exercising in some way, shape, or form. So at this point, I had realized that as important as diet and exercise is for everything related to health, it wasn't a big factor in my parents' cholesterol problems. So I thought, maybe is it stress or maybe poor sleep, right? Well, my dad did have more stress due to work, but he slept great. My mom had less stress, but she didn't sleep well. She's never been a good sleeper, and neither am I. Anyway, no way I can change a person's stress levels or sleep patterns, so I put that aside. At this point, honestly, I was very confused and frustrated. I did more research, and finally it hit me. Cholesterol is a hormone. More specifically, cholesterol belongs to a steroid family of lipids or fat compounds. It's a type of fat in your body. While too much cholesterol obviously isn't a good thing, your body needs cholesterol to run at its best. In fact, cholesterol is the most abundant steroid in the body, and almost every cell in your body and brain needs cholesterol to function properly. But let's go back to what I said a few seconds ago. Cholesterol is a hormone. A steroid is a hormone. Testosterone and estrogen and cortisol that we have in our blood and body and so forth are all steroid hormones. So here's the thing. As you get older, your hormones start falling apart and becoming unbalanced. Because you don't have these optimal youthful hormone levels anymore, your body can't metabolize and utilize cholesterol like it used to when you were younger, and thus cholesterol starts to build up in your body. Of course, I'm making this very simple because, I don't want it to get too medical or too boring, but I think you get the point. And when you think about it, it makes sense. This is why younger people, let's face it, eat total junk all the time, and yet they rarely have cholesterol problems because they have good hormonal balance because they're young. And what happens when women hit menopause and their hormones crash? Yep, all of a sudden they start to have high cholesterol and high blood sugar and all these other problems. Same with men and andropause, which is similar to menopause for women. They also start to have cholesterol problems. But in men, it's more gradual, while in women, it's more sudden. Again, all due to negative hormonal changes due to aging. So yes, lifestyle matters. Diet, exercise, stress management, and so forth, they're all very important and should never be ignored. However, genetics aside, it keeps coming back to the negative hormonal changes due to aging. So what does all this mean to you, to my parents, and myself? Now, I'm not saying you need to go out and start taking hormones because that's not natural and it's not a good long-term solution. It's very complicated because it's never just one hormone, such as only testosterone that you need to fix for men or only estrogen and so forth. It's all about hormonal balance. However, what you do need to do is give an aging or more mature body specific nutrients that it needs due to the lack of optimal hormones so your body can naturally heal itself from within. And you can have healthy cholesterol and lipid levels within a normal youthful range. And this is exactly what I did for my parents. The results were really good. In fact, so good that they had healthy cholesterol levels within a normal range in about 30 days. My dad did get better results than my mom, but over time, my mom's levels, continued to improve. The formula is basically a few specific, scientifically validated herbs, minerals, and vitamins that help your body metabolize and utilize lipids to help support healthy cholesterol and triglyceride levels within a normal youthful range. And below this video, I've listed the exact formula that my own parents and clients have been taking since 1999. Take a look, copy the same formula, utilize it, and let me know how it works for you and your cholesterol levels. As always, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and I wish you a very happy and healthy day.